Hey guys, welcome back to Coach Owen Means, and today I'm gonna have to talk about the game between Washington and the Giants. If you didn't know, I'm a Washington fan. I always will be, and I always have been, despite how badly they may play. But so this week, I was really kind of getting my hopes up because what I thought after the terrible loss to the Rams, I thought, maybe we only played that badly because Alex Smith still has a lot of rust, and we're still only one game out of our division. And then I looked and I saw that we had 6 easy games that we played. I think it went Giants, Cowboys, Giants, Lions, Bengals, Cowboys. And I was thinking, all right, those are 6 winnable games. And I was kind of scared that we were going to come out of it 7-4 and we were going to end up losing the rest of our games or something. But now, after watching this game, it's not happening. We lost 20-19. And in my opinion, I think we played pretty well. I think it was a close game up until the end. I'll talk about that in a second, obviously. But I think that we played way worse than I thought coming into this game that we would probably win by a lot of points. I hoped that we would win by a lot and kind of prove that, hey, we're not bad, just we've been playing really good teams. But now I see that the only reason we lost is because we got a touchdown towards the end. It was 20-13, and then Kyle Allen threw a 22-yard touchdown. It was 20-19, and instead of kicking the extra point, we went for 2, which I guess would make sense because really when you have this type of team, you either want to get the win, you don't want to take any chances, or you just want to lose and continue, getting better draft spots really. So it kind of makes sense, but we went for 2. Really, Kyle Allen should have run it in. He probably could have ran it in. He really just kind of threw the ball away. He had an open lane, and instead of running, I guess he wanted to, make sure just to look to see if he had anyone he could throw to. Speaking of Kyle Allen, he did have a pretty good game. He threw for 280 yards at a 98 quarterback rating. Compared to what we have been seeing, it's pretty good, though. He did throw an interception and had a fumble. He fumbled the ball, and it got recovered by the Giants, who ran it back for a touchdown. We had just tied up the game. We had a great 3-and-out defensive stop from our defense. We got the ball back at our 30. We were driving down the field. I think we were inside the 40, and then he fumbled the ball back, and they ran it back for a touchdown. And that's how they got up 20-13. And then, of course, we got the ball back, scored a touchdown, failed the 2-point conversion, and the game ended. Our defense has been playing terribly. Our defense in Dustin Hopkins are really underperforming, because normally you'd expect a kicker to make a 37-yard field goal, right? No, he missed it. If he had made that field goal, we would have won this game. If he had made that field goal, then it would have been 13-13 and a half. Then we would have kicked a field goal, make it 16-13. It would have been a touchdown running back to make it 20-16. We would have scored a touchdown, and then it would, I guess, if we went for 2 and missed it, it'd be 22-20 because there was 40 seconds left. So if he had made that field goal, he would have won. And then I think he's missed field goal. I think he missed a field goal last week too, and he missed a field goal in week 1, and he's just missing field goals like crazy. Not to mention he missed a couple of PATs. And our defense, I know it was only 20 points, and really it was only 13 points, but it was even on the stops. One time they punted on 4th and 2 from our 38-yard line. Really, they were inside field goal range. They could have kicked a field goal, and they could have, I think at that point it might have been tied. No, I think we were down 13-10, and they punted. Of course, we were then, they got to our 38-yard line, and they decided to punt for some reason, I guess because they were getting cocky. And we didn't take that opportunity to score. We just went 3-and-out, of course, like we always like to do. And right now, coming into the season, I thought, our defense is going to be good. Maybe Dwayne Haskins can take off. Now, where's Dwayne Haskins? Sitting at 3rd string with a stomach ache so bad that he couldn't even come to the game at all. It's embarrassing, really. And then you look at our rushing game and you think, okay, after this first couple of games, you're thinking, all right, Antonio Gibson, he's looking pretty good. No. J.D. McKisson, however you say that guy's name, was our number 1 rusher, and he only had 41 yards today. It's terrible. And Kyle Allen, he was just dumping the ball instead of passing it to a wide open Terry McLaurin. I'll just check the ball down for 3 yards on a 3rd and 57. the way we're playing right now is just terrible. And the sad fact is that our division is we're probably not the worst team in our division. Well, we're probably like, I mean, we're on level with the Giants right now, which is not what I expected to be saying at this point in the season earlier. And then the Cowboys with Dak Prescott gone. I know all the NFL media is now saying, oh well, Andy Dalton's gonna be better. That's just because they can never say the Cowboys are bad. They can go 0-16, but they will never be bad in the eyes of the NFL media because they've got that money to make, and there are so many Cowboys fans out there that will watch all the games if they're told that their team is doing good. And the Eagles, of course, who, surprised. They've been, if I'm being honest, I think the Eagles, while they're 1-4-1, I honestly think they deserve to be the number one seed in our division because I'm going to give it to you, Eagles fans. I don't like the Eagles, but y'all have been holding your own against some pretty good teams over these past couple of weeks, and I do think that you guys should be, I think you guys should make the playoffs. Sorry, my brother just walked in.
Come out in the back whenever you're done.
Sorry about that. My brother walked in and refused to leave, and I do not want to redo that whole thing. This is supposed to be a reaction. I was talking my heart out. I'm sorry if I looked mad or anything. I kind of was because I was like, leave, and he started walking farther in here and trying to whisper. Anyways, let's get back to the video. Sorry, I honestly apologize about that. That's the first time that's happened in this channel, so pretty good. So what I was talking about, the Eagles, I do think they deserve to be the number one seed because over these past couple weeks they have played really, really well. I think that the Giants, they've been, going slowly on a downhill throughout this whole season. Washington, obviously, been going downhill. The Cowboys, they were going downhill, and then when Dak Prescott got injured, they dropped off. The Eagles, though, I think they've been slowly getting better. They didn't get blown out by the Ravens like I thought they would have. They actually kept it close. It was 30-28 if you didn't see. And it was, again, it's because they failed on a 2-point conversion, though, of course. They had to because they were down by 2. I do have to wonder what would happen if we had kicked that extra point. If we had kicked the extra point, it would have been 20-20. The Giants would have got the ball back with 40 seconds left. Oh, yeah, we did go for an onside kick there and fail. The Giants would have got the ball back with 40 seconds left. And, in my opinion, I think they may have been able to kick a field goal. So it might have been a good decision, though, to go for 2 to kind of try to put us on top there. I guess they still could have kicked a field goal, but whatever. Anyways, now this upcoming game we've got against Dallas, they've got a way worse defense. So now I'm going to talk about, the hopes that I have after watching it. It's been really, really down so far in this whole video. Let me go ahead and talk about the hopes that I have. We play Dallas next week. One of the worst defenses in the league. Without Dak Prescott, they might have one of the worst offenses. We have a chance there. We play the Giants again. We play them at home next time. We could win that one. The Lions, I gotta admit, they're looking like a pretty underrated, pretty good team. But who knows? The Bengals, Joe Burrow, he's only got them at 1-4-1. Anything could happen. The Cowboys, same deal. The Steelers, no chance. No chance. No, I'm not even going to talk. The 49ers, Jimmy G, he's been, playing pretty badly. Our defense could take advantage of that. We did play pretty well. Kendall Fuller got an interception in the back of the end zone that kind of saved the drive. Sorry, let's not talk about that. Ryan Kerrigan had a sack. I think we got a couple sacks in there. We had a lot of QB pressures. We had a lot of times, even on the interception, Chase Young he was on top of Daniel Jones, and Daniel Jones just threw it to the back of the end zone, and Kendall Fuller caught, he was trying to throw it away, I think, in my opinion. And really, he caught it out of bounds. We're not going to talk about that because we're talking about good things. Kendall Fuller might be the best player he definitely 100% is definitely the best player on our defense. He is I think he's tied, if not the, number one. He has the most interceptions in the league. He has 4 in 3 games, which is insane. And really, we really only have, if we we got to do something. Because so now I'm gonna talk about our chances this season, and then I'm gonna talk about what we really should do. So our chances this season, we have to fight. We have even though we did bang in this game, we did way better than we did against the Rams, and we did better than we did against the against the Ravens, and in my opinion, we did better than we did against the Cardinals. So this might be our third best game we've played out of 6, which is not very good, but still, it's not terrible. We looked okay. We got 5 winnable games up next. If we can win those, we'll be 6-5, okay? Which is not good in the slightest. But looking at the division we have, that gives us a chance. And then we've got a pretty unwinnable game against the Steelers. And then we have a game against the 49ers, which, hey, looking at how they've been playing, is insanely winnable. And then after that, we got a game against the Seahawks. Seahawks and Steelers game, that's basically 2 instant losses. So I'm looking at 7-6, kind of best case scenario at that point. Then we go up against the Panthers, who they've been kind of off and on throughout the season. They had 2 bad games, 3 good ones, and then 1 bad game again today. We could win that one. 8-6, and then 8-6 with 2 games. I don't know. And then there's one game that I'm forgetting about. I'll just add that one to the loss column. 8-7, and then we go up against the Eagles. We've already seen we can beat them. Could we do it again after we've gone so long? Maybe Alex Smith is our quarterback at this point. Who knows? We could go 9-7. I say best case scenario is 9-7, but that's not really best case scenario. I think if a team in our division goes 9-7, that's basically like instantly into the playoffs. Like, go on, go ahead, go to your one and done. Also, it's really our worst case scenario, because if we make the playoffs, because the only reason we could ever possibly make the playoffs is if we win our division. If we win our division, and our division is terrible, so we could potentially, end up with like the 14th, well, not the 14th, but like the 18th draft pick, which, while it's not good. An 18th draft pick is not very good. We need to lose, and we need to lose a lot. We need to lose like crazy. We need to tank. I'm saying this now. I think our best case scenario, like in the future, next season, if we're week 6, best case scenario, well, no. Looking back, best case scenario for this season, for the future, is going 1-15, 2-14. Nothing above that. I will be okay with completely tanking. I don't like this play pretty well and then lose at the end kind of stuff. That sends me through an emotional roller coaster that I'm not ready for. Whenever we were coming back and it was, 20-13 and we were pushing down the field and they scored the touchdown and I freak out and then we go for the 2-point and fail, I don't want to do that again. I want to be blown out so badly that it's comical. I want to be blown out so badly that you can tell it's a blowout. I don't know why I'm doing this with my hands so much. I don't know. I want to be blown out like 50-0. I want it to be comical to watch. I want to be able to sit there and just laugh at how terrible my team is. Okay? Or we could just completely flatline for the first 3 quarters. And then in the 4th quarter, we actually try. We actually kind of try out and see what happens. Maybe we, put in Steve Montez. I don't care. Our 4th string quarterback. I don't care. See what works. See if we have, try out everyone. Use the rest of these 10 games 9 of these 10 games as a, as like a preseason game. We sit there and we just, try to find what works. Try to find what we really need. Because right now it looks like we need help in every single position, but maybe we don't. Maybe we have some magical 3rd string wide receiver that can save the day. And then we go up against the Eagles, and that's the game I want to try to win. I'm sorry. I want to try and wipe the Eagles. So yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, but this is my reaction. It may not be coherent. It may make no sense. My brother may interrupt in the middle, but this is my thoughts. Don't know why I'm holding a mask now. Don't know where this came from. I don't think I was holding it earlier, but I am now. Subscribe if you like this kind of content, like football stuff. I do this every single day. I hope to see you in the next one. In fact, I know I will, or else.